Well, it's not quite the weather I was expecting. Thought it was going to be fine and possibly sunny this morning. But it's long run day, so that always puts a smile on your face. Going to do 22 kilometres from here to home. So it'd be nice to be running towards home rather than having to go out and come back to the car. And then we're going to fetch the car later. So better get out into this lovely weather and get started. Doing a bit of a dress rehearsal for race day today, so got my pack full. And I can tell there's plenty of stuff in there, so you can definitely notice the weight. 6 flapjacks is quite a lot, and a litre of water, and then electrolytes, half and half. I'm feeling the weight. Not sure whether I should be wearing my rain jacket at the moment. There's a little bit of rain in the air. About to join up with the route. So as soon as we cross this path in the middle, I think we're on the Spire route, which usually comes from the right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I made it down as far as where the river and the canal is, and it's persisting it down, so put the jacket on. I was going to get soaked otherwise. Thought it might calm down as I got lower down the hill, but no such luck. I'm running and walking based on heart rate at the moment. When I go above zone 2, which is up to 153, I'll walk for a bit, unless there's a downhill section coming up, and I'll just use that to calm things down. Of course, it stopped raining. I'm about 4.5 kilometres in, feeling quite warm now, almost at the aerial tree. Pretty sloppy and muddy through the woods here. Don't know what it's going to be like on race day, only 3 weeks from now. It's British spring, so anything could happen really. Loads of muddy puddles through here. I saw one of those newspaper headlines online the other day, you know, the one where they exaggerate the weather forecast to the nth degree, make it sound like everyone in the country is going to die. It said we might be having a heat wave up to 40 degrees Celsius in May. So that could happen, or it could be soaking wet like today. So I need to be prepared for anything, and you know me. Here we are again. Pretty sure I went in last time. Whoa, doing the splits. I think my foot slipped on that exact bit there. Whoa. Okay. I'm going in. This is not good. I'd literally have to get the splits to get over here. Right. Made it to the bridge. Goes through the westwood, up the steep steps, and try and remember where I went last time. Even the bluebells look a little bit sad in this weather. Got a bit confused with the directions back there. There was a fork in the road, I wasn't sure whether to bear left or carry on. I carried on in the end, so keeping right. So I remembered in the last video, when I got to the actual fork, which is where I am now, I could see down the hill there's an information board about the westwood there, so I need to turn left at this one. It's kind of the second fork I get to. Just need to make a mental note of that for next time, or for race day. I'm definitely glad I've done that wood a couple of times close to race day. My watch just told me I was off course again. I was arguing with it for a second. I thought it was wrong. Turns out it was right. Clever bugger. Right, back on that old railway line again near the Trans-Pennine Trail. Jacket's off. Just done 8 kilometres. Feeling good. Had a few little warning signs from mainly the right car, but just fades away after a while, so happy with that. Early on I was tempted to eat and drink everything I had with me after a few kilometres, just to get rid of some of the weight, but now I'm used to having the pack on. it's kind of blended into the background. Just have to keep checking that my chest monitor's still there, because my seatbelt knocked it off in the car earlier. Just need to make sure the straps don't do the same thing, but alright so far. So when I get to that old bridge I got to last week, that's as far as I've been down this part of the route, so it'll be unknown territory, and there's a bit of a decision to make when I get to the end of this trail, because the route notes on the race website say something about you'll be on private property at this point, so you know, be polite, all that. I've never been on there. It's like an old works. I think it's where they had the mining operation, or close to there, before they moved Arkwright town. So I'm not sure whether to risk going through the private property and trying to find my way to the next junction, or there's a nice simple pavement next to the road that gets you to the same place really easily, that I've been on a couple of times before. So I'm not sure today. Hopefully on race day I'll get some kind of clarity, or I'll just have to wing it. Hope there's somebody slow that I can follow. Right, I think that bridge up ahead is where the courses diverge. There's a little side path that takes you up next to the road, and that would be the straightforward way. You can just cross the road, follow the pavement, get to the next junction, or keep going, which my route taken from the website says to do, under this bridge, and hope I'm not trespassing. Just remembered, I actually plotted the sensible route on Komoot, so it's taken me up onto the bridge and around the footpath, whereas I want to find out the correct route for race day. Somebody came cycling down here, said good morning, and carried on under the bridge, so going the same way he went. Oh boy, looks quite industrial where I'm heading. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. Just follow the trail until you get to the road, and you're kind of hidden away from the industrial stuff on one side and the what looks like possibly residential on the other. Easy. So now I just need to look on the other side of the road so I can get back on the trails. Somewhere near that gate, I think. Here we go. I think I've been here once before. Can't remember how far I went. It's just dropped down a big hill just on this farm trail from where I came through that gate. This route I'm on today, it's net downhill, but only by a bit. So I think it's nearly 300 metres of climbing and just over 300 of descent. So I'm walking up the other side of that valley now. I think my brain stopped working. Sutton Scarsdale Hall is up here somewhere. I keep catching myself thinking, it's actually quite easy this. I seem to have been going for ages, which I have. Probably an hour and a half or something. And then I realise I've only done about 10k. So if I can't cope with 10k, there would be a problem. But just over 12 to go now. Looking at the state of the crops and the rape there, fairly sure I'm going to get my legs torn to shreds when I get near Heath. Running through the fields of doom. Walking on this ankle breaker field at the moment. All the lumps and bumps are hidden by the tufts of grass, so getting flashbacks from when I twisted my ankle. Goes on a bit. Okay, I'm here by the hall. This contraption wasn't here last time I came. This must be where they put you if you don't walk the hills. My heart rate alert always seems to go off when I've stopped to do a sneaky wee at the side of the trail, and I'm paranoid that someone's going to spot me. This is my kind of speed limit. Right, 1 mile to Heath. and the fields don't look as overgrown as I was expecting, so hopefully it stays this way for 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks. Keep having conversations in my head, thinking of stuff I can say to camera, and then later on I can't remember if I actually said it to camera or just in my head. Yeah, story of my life. 90% of the conversations I have are in my head these days. I'm just at the bridge over the bypass that takes me into Heath Village now. I'm mostly following the Spire route, then I just veer off so I can get to my house. But yeah, it's been a good run out. All the kit seems to have worked. No blisters or anything. Right, nearly there now. Just over 2 kilometres to go. Then I'll be home, have some breakfast and a bath. But yeah, pretty successful long run. Legs feeling a little bit tired now, but otherwise all good. So I'll catch you next week, guys. Thanks for watching.